pupils has reignited the debate surrounding the role of boarding schools. Questions are being raised about the appropriate age for children to be enrolled in boarding schools and whether there is a need to abolish them altogether. Our reporter, Catherine Imuragate, spoke to education experts who highlighted how recent fatal fire incidents in boarding schools have exposed a deeper issue, among them widespread negligent parenting in the country. Let's take a look.
The fire tragedy that claimed the lives of 21 learners and left over 10 others injured at Hillside and Rush Academy in Nyeri County has raised serious concerns among parents and education professionals. Many are questioning whether children of certain ages should be placed in boarding schools and whether boarding schools themselves should be banned altogether. Despite this, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, while addressing the nation from the school, suggested that it is time to reconsider the idea of abolishing boarding schools.
Perhaps as a country, it has reached that time when we look at those rules and regulations, which are policies, and find out whether it is time for us to move them a step further and make them laws so that there are penalties that will attach.
However, opinions remain divided. Some experts argue that the cause of school fires is not tied to the student's age or the nature of boarding schools.
Yes, we have had boarding schools in this country since pre-independence. And some of those schools that have been managed well and that have taken the safety of learners seriously have never reported an incident. Some of them are for very young kids. I can tell you schools like St. Peter's, Mumias, St. Anne's, they have existed as boarding schools forever.
Stakeholders have emphasized the importance of ensuring that schools meet all requirements before being designated as boarding institutions.
It's the kind of boarding schools that we have. I wonder how, especially if they are private boarding schools, how well the inspection and the assessment of the registration criteria is followed. How often is the quality assessment or quality safety audit is done?
Psychologists, on the other hand, argue that banning boarding schools is not a long-term solution to the problem of school fires.
The child having the capability, have you assessed to know that where you're taking your child, they can be able to be taken care of in a better way? And then also the values that are there. Because also, you know, as we are building communities and we're building a society, you have to look at the values, beliefs that are there within school setups.
In the event of a fire tragedy occurs in schools, what needs to be done?
There has to be fire safety done, fire safety audit done. After doing that, because that is done by the professionals, then the occupant, and you're looking at the subordinate staff, you're looking at the teachers, and even the student or the pupils, they ought to be taken through fire safety training awareness.
Post-tragedy trauma often leaves students with deep psychological scars, potentially leading to long-term cognitive issues. As the debate continues, many are left searching for answers to prevent future tragedies and to protect students from harm. Catherine Imuragate, KTN News.
All right, so we have a big question tonight in regard to